What's up? Oh, good to do a clap. Here comes a clap. 3, 2, 1.
I was on my way to your house. I thought I had you all figured out. You told me to park.
What's up, the 15th Club? My name is Bad Mustache. I'm 23 years old. I live here in Louisville, Kentucky. I make music. I started making music when I was actually recording music when I was 18. And that was an interesting little first endeavor. I had this little singer-songwriter thing. I went by Jesse Walden. Walden is my middle name. So I was like, fuck it. Sounds better than Klapeek, which is my last name. And I started recording with, I learned how to play guitar my freshman year of college, so 18, 19. And that following summer, I started recording with my best friend Ross. We're from the same place, from Cynthiana. And over that summer, I made a little EP. I think it was 6 songs or something. And yeah, it was just in his childhood bedroom, which I hung out there for my whole life with him and other friends and stuff. It didn't sound too terribly bad. He knew what he was doing for being 18, 19. So it sounded okay, but it was it's very cringe looking back on it. I don't like to listen to it very much, but you gotta start somewhere. A tryhard is somebody who just does the most, for a lack of better terms. It's someone who is just tries too hard to be cool, or tries too hard to fit in or whatever, or to try to get a girl to like them or something. That's probably where I took inspiration from that. I would probably consider myself a tryhard. It's definitely a derogatory term. It's whatever. I work at a coffee shop on Bardstown Road in Louisville called Days Coffee. Shout out Days Coffee. Love you, Chris. I have a lot of coworkers there who are cool as fuck. I play tennis with my dad sometimes. He kicks my ass. He's really good. I can't serve. I'm trying to learn how to serve. I'm a big FIFA head. I love playing FIFA. It's been a fucking addiction of mine since I was a kid. Actually, I've come to find a lot of my music taste was definitely developed by the FIFA soundtracks, specifically FIFA 09. Oh my god, I probably played that one the most, and the soundtrack is just fucking ingrained in my head. I could sing every single song on there all the way through probably, and I found the playlist for it a couple months ago, and it's just ruined my life. In music, absolutely Frank Ocean. He's the GOAT in my opinion. I try to emulate his songwriting style, and from a storytelling standpoint. You're bringing someone into this world and telling them a tale, I guess, a story about it. Similarly, I listened to a lot of John Mayer early on in my musical awakening, I guess. That was ridiculous, but a lot of John Mayer. I just like the way his guitar licks are fucking crazy, so I try to take from that as much as I can. Also, similarly, his songwriting is really good. I like songwriters, people who can take you on a journey with them, with without you having to have the context of what the fuck is going on, that they had in their life, but to get you to that same spot, to that same emotion. I think that's really cool and important. It's been hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's been hard as fuck, because a big part of songwriting for me, and a big part of making music, is having experiences to pull from. That's why I write so much about heartbreak and shit like that. It's because those experiences stay with you. long after they've happened, so it's easier to pull on them. But when you're not having experiences, like, it's hard as fuck to muster up any kind of cohesive narrative or, like, I don't know, anything like that from nothing. It's hard to do. I mean, it's been done before, and it's, you can do it, but I find it easier when I have experiences to pull from. But to answer the question, when I, like, actually had COVID, I sat, it was like over Christmas. It was the fucking worst. And Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning, and then the rest of the day Christmas, I don't know that timeline, but I started watching Akira, or Akira, or however you prefer, the 80s anime movie about, it's hard to know what it's about. Fucking crazy. That actually, like, inspired me weirdly to, like, start pushing my boundaries of songwriting and stuff, just because it's such a surreal piece of art, and, like, I don't know. I would say watching shit like that, and, like, you know, listening to as much new music as possible is really important for me, especially during quarantine. First of all, whatever they want, it's not mine anymore. Once it's out there, it's theirs, and it lives with them. And that's the thing. That's what art can do. It gets to live with another person. And it can mean to them whatever, but, like, when you convey a feeling or an emotion or whatever to someone else that can pick that out and feel that as well from your music or from your art, like, that's probably what it's about for me. Like, that's what good art does. It validates you, I guess, you know, like, in what you feel, knowing that someone else has felt it or you know, has gone through it or whatever. I think that's a big thing overall. Act up, you know, be put it past you. Time heals all wounds, so I guess just and acting like a dumbass makes time move faster from my experience. So if you just act the fuck up, then you're gonna look up and you're gonna be a year removed from that situation, and it's not gonna be bothering you anymore. That's probably bad advice. I don't know. Do whatever the fuck you want after a relationship. Everybody deals with it differently. I guess that's just my way. You know, covered by places like this, like blogs and stuff, to just, like, keep moving as much as possible, keep pushing that name out there, getting some eyes on me. But yeah, I guess I don't worry too much about it because I think pretty short term. Just want to get as much out as I can, as much good music out as I can. What does the blue character / costume that appears in the Kudzu and Try Hard live performance video represent? That thing is hilarious. It was just, I was on my way down. I was on my way downtown to meet Frank, my video guy, to talk to him about doing the Kudzu video. And we had thrown around some ideas, and on the way down there, I drove past, you know, like a car dealership or whatever, and had one of those things out front that, like, wave around in the wind. It just hit me, like, on the way down there. I was like, what if the, like, love interest was just that instead of being an actual person? It was just like a blow up kind of one of those things. But then I pitched the idea to Frank, and he was like, what if we got a costume and, like, put the love interest in it? And I was like, okay. I don't know if I want to, like, make that person do that. Shout out Summer. I don't know if I want to make Summer do that, because, like, I don't know. I feel like that'd be a shitty thing to do. Like, come be in this music video and put on this fucking hot ass costume all day. So eventually, he was just like, "What if you were in it? Like, what if that was you?" And I was like, "You know what? It's not a bad idea." That's how that came to be. I guess, like, metaphorically, it's blue and it has a frowny face on it, so it's pretty heavy-handed. It's just like my emotional state, I guess, at the time. I don't know. I just thought it was a good idea. It was goofy looking and it's very last minute, but I think it worked out pretty well. My biggest thing to artists would be don't wait like for permission or anything from anybody. You don't need like external validation to like start working on your music and like getting your music out there in front of people, because that's the only way it's going to change, is if you get it out of you to then look at it from someone else's perspective. Like, I think it's super important to not be scared of, you know, some people won't like it. Like, a lot of people probably won't like this release that I just put out, and that's fine. It's just a matter of understanding why it's some people's thing and why it's not some people's thing, and not necessarily bridging that gap, but like staying within your pocket of like an artist and what you think is sick and like what you think is dope, but also understanding what's gonna go over better, you know, because ideas can be presented in different ways. And some ways are just more digestible than others. Maybe you don't want it to be digestible, that's fine, but like there's a reason why people feel the way they do about the music that they like and they dislike, if that makes sense. This isn't advice at this point, I'm just rambling. But yeah, don't wait. Start now. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's never too late. Type shit. Type beat. Yeah. Just fucking do it. Nike type shit. Type beat. Just do it. Life advice in general. Be here now, Ram Dass. Just be here now. Be as present as you can. I don't know. I hope this was good. I hope you edited it good, Jack, because kind of all over the place. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, fucking shout out the 15th Club. Shout out Jack. I love your guys' shit. I love what you're doing. Super happy to be featured as one of your artists for an interview. Super sick. Also, shout out Hilly Dilly, or Before the Data. Shout out Chad Hillard, who Jack knows because he writes for him, or writes for Before the Data. That's the reason I got like the record deal that I have now, was because Chad posted my first shit on Hilly Dilly, and that's when I got messaged by R&R, or like by Will and Ben, and that's the reason I'm here today. So fucking thank you, Chad. Cool motherfucker. Oh, my computer screen just went dark. Okay. I feel like that's enough. Hope it is. Also, sorry about this being so late. Sorry, Jack. Okay, that's enough. Bye.